Hi, I'm the Purpose Doctor and my name is Olugbenga-wyse. I'm a purpose-driven peak performance and career clarity coach. I help people map out their career paths with ease and to operate in the ideal career they are best built and designed for. Thanks for subscribing to my Wise Career Nuggets. It's my way to help you create a productive and highly rewarding career. In the last Career Nugget, I shared on the importance of resuming at the right duty post. Today, I will be sharing on how your career success starts with your mind. Computer science was one of my favorite electives ever taken back in the higher institution, and one of my most loved topics back then was programming. I enjoyed the parts that had to do with, writing programming instructions and watching them play out. This is what most academic institutions teach in coding and robotics these days. It was as simple as writing an algorithm of instructions that a program had to follow for execution and success. The success of the program was dependent on the data that was imputed, and this tells me one thing, my friend, that the success of our lives is a reflection of what we permit, and that we get out of our lives what we put in our lives. We often get the order wrong, my friend, and always feel that there is something that we need to do on the outside to get results that we truly desire. We feel as if we have to do something on the outside to trigger the happiness on the inside. We feel as if we have to do something on the outside to trigger the feeling of success on the inside. We try to acquire more and more certifications, work with, some more prestigious organizations, or even earn a certain amount of pay, just to cover up some of our inadequacies sometimes. The gospel is success begins from inside out and not from outside in. This is why you can put a man with an average mentality at the helms of affairs of a great company, and he will run the company to the level and capacity of his mind. And on the other hand, you can take a man with an excellent and achiever's mentality and place him in charge of a company on the verge of collapse, and he will turn it into a success in just a matter of time. The real challenge most times isn't with external acquisition, but with the internal reprogramming of the mind. There are some patterns, some systems, there's some beliefs that we have immortalized as a result of our backgrounds, our experiences, exposures, or even actions. And these need to be altered and reconfigured before we can begin to experience the career success that we have truly desired. For example, it's possible for your mind to never conceive a level of success simply because of your belief about a certain status of academic institution that you attended, or a pattern of failure that has become a norm for you, or maybe an amount of money that you even cannot even see beyond. There has to be a reconfiguration of your mind, which we call a mind shift, a realigning, a mindset, which impacts on your attitude, which further reflects in your behavior or characteristics, then leads to certain habitual actions that produce certain kinds of results and performances. That's the way it works. This means that if you aren't a fan or you're not happy of your level of performance, then you need to work first on your mind, which will then influence your attitude to work and then become evident in your behavior, and then ultimately changes the way that you do things, and then can guarantee results and then reflect on your performances. It's important to do an audit of your mental state and the condition of your mind. So ask yourself if you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. For example, we have two employees, and employee A takes failure as a limitation of abilities, but on the other hand, employee B takes failure as an opportunity to grow. Can you see the difference? One can say to himself, I am either good at it or I am not, while the other can say, I can learn to do anything that I want. Or one employee can also decide to stick to what he knows, and another always likes to try new things. So can we see the difference? We can see here that it's obvious that one employee has a growth mindset and the other has a fixed mindset. How do you know if you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Well, you need to ask yourself a few questions. 1. You need to pay attention to your words and what you are saying on a daily basis. The first step is becoming aware of how you think, which is reflective in what you say. Check your language daily, my friend, especially at times when you're faced with difficult situations. Another thing you need to check on, the second, is your associations. Who do you constantly surround yourself with? Have you limited yourself by the associations you keep? Check it. You feel as if you cannot be around some certain circles, some certain spaces because you don't match up. It's a mindset thing. Whereas it should be the other way around. Yes, you might not match up in reality, but the more you find yourself in certain spaces and with certain kinds of people, it's just a matter of time before you become those kinds of people. Check your ambitious status. How much do you dare to dream? Do you limit yourself, restrict your mind from trying to think big? Do you see opportunities more than you see limitations? And finally, how grateful are you? Gratitude is so important. Gratitude is reflective of a mind shift. People who aren't gratitude oriented see problems all the time. People who are grateful will always see an opportunity or a positive in every situation. Growth-minded people practice the gratitude work of always seeing the positives in every situation. They always identify at least one thing to always be grateful for. You see, my friend, the mind can never function beyond the capacity it has been built to operate. Many people desire a gigabyte-sized career success, but they want to fit it into a mind that is megabyte-sized. It can't work. You can only become what you believe. Some employees cannot imagine certain levels of career success and achievements because they're limited in their minds. It's because of what their minds have settled for unconsciously. If you truly want to succeed in your career, it can only happen from within. And this means that you must stretch, you must reconfigure and reprogram your mind. You must deal with limiting beliefs. The truth is, only you know what those limiting beliefs are, and only you can talk yourself out of them. The next nugget will center on how to address career limiting beliefs so that you can begin to live a more fulfilling and rewarding career. I hope this has been very helpful. Share this with a friend, family, or colleague who might need this and anticipate the next nugget. You can also book a free 30 minutes career clarity and coaching call at www.ayobamiwise.com. That is AYOBAMIWYSE.com. And feel free to follow me on all my social media handles at Ayobamiwise to learn more. Remember, all we do is win, and it always pays to be wise.